La-di-da-di-da-di-da-di-do. La-di-da-di-da-di-da-di-do. Yeah. Oh, what are we doing? Welcome to the Battle of the Bots. Bot Wars 2021. I did a TA analysis up until the options expiry in 11 hours. There you go. There's your analysis for the next 11 hours. Be prepared. Shit's gonna get wild. Mark my words. Right? Talked about on the stream yesterday, right? So how I was looking for that 55K number. Almost got it, to be honest. Trust me, guys. It's not out of the question. Now, obviously, the Bulls have a lot more to lose. I think the profit for the Bulls will be like 715 million. Where the Bears, it's only a third of that. I'm pretty sure from the metrics I was checking out. So, yeah. The Bulls definitely have a lot more to lose. You can see this 15-minute candle right here. Don't think these kooky Bears are going to come out and freaking claws freaking scratching. Trust me. It's going to get wild. I wouldn't be shocked to see shit like this in the next 11 hours. I'm talking about if you trade volatility, you might want to put on a pot of coffee and just stay up. if you're in, especially if you're in America, right? Because this expires at 1 a.m. I will be putting on some coffee, right? 1 a.m. my time is when they actually expire, so I'll probably stay up. After this stream, that's probably when I'm going to kick into high gear and start trading. I haven't traded any of this. But like I was talking to MJ earlier, it's kind of like it gets exhausting, right? Trading these markets, it gets exhausting. You know, I like to take breaks, man. I don't like to trade all the time. But the trades I take, they're beefy, right? You guys have seen the gains. They're always beefy. Those are the trades I like to take anymore, right? I mean, I could go down to just a 5 and 1 minute chart and freaking put in 20, 30 trades a day. That's exhausting, right? That's really exhausting mentally. And not because it's like stressful doing the actual trading. It's mentally exhausting because you're sitting in front of just all this energy just cooking your brain. You know, I'm in front of 1, 2, 3, 4, about 5 monitors. So it gets pretty exhausting. So like I said, after the stream, I'll be looking for some juicy stuff. Now, you know, how do we do that, right? Well, you go down on the 15-minute. And you wait for these moves with the variance on the Wolfsbane indicator, right? This Wolfsbane indicator is powerful as hell. Powerful. Both of these big moves, right, that we've had. Boom, boom, right? Had a outlier right here on the variance pop, right? Positively correlated. The inside of the variance line's pink. That's telling you there's a statistical outlier. The outside is blue, telling you it's positively correlated. We got our returns oscillator up. Z-score popped over here, right before this big move. Now, people are like, I saw somebody in the chat earlier he's getting it, right, Sayron? You're getting it. So, yeah, buddy, it's hard, right? It's hard. I saw your post. That's when you drop down on the 5-minute, man. Let's take a look at this 5-minute. Let's see what was going on before. Well, number one, you posted it on the 15, right? That the AVRs were flashing. Dude, look at the 5-minute too, right? 5-minute was flashing. Now, here's the key. Here's the key right here. You see where the entropy dropped into trend? But look at the R squared, right? Look at the entropy price percentile. Up until that point, you know, can that flip? Can this go into trend and these just turn green and go positive? Yeah. Well, also, all that time that was happening, look at the 5-minute reverse wave trend, right? Look at the freaking candles. Nothing was going on, right? Everything was real quiet. For sure. Everything was real quiet. So what are you going to look for? Now let's check it out. And I wasn't paying too much attention. Let's see here. Or if anything, let's go up on the 15-minute. Let's take a peek here. Was there any divergence before? Right? Hidden bear. There was some hidden bear div building on the 15-minute chart. So these are the types of things you want to look at. And I did see, you posted, you even posted it showing that all three of the AVRs were flashing. And I was like, oh, he's going to get it. He's about to get a juicy. Me and MJ, we were sitting there talking when you posted it. I got a giggling. We were going, yeah, check it out. I remember MJ going, look, he put the flashlight on it. So, but this is what you got to do. So when you see all these flashing, you need to back up. You need to see, what's going on the 5 and the 15-minute, right? What's happening on the 5 and the 15-minute chart. And that's what I would have seen. I would have seen this hidden bear div building, right? The Z-score is already down, right? The Z-score is on the bottom side. So you just got to, sometimes this is why I say, right? You're not going to be emotionally attached to the trade. Is this something, when you see stuff like this, is this something you want to try to front run by reading the Wolfsbane? Yeah, man, it's worth it, right? Was that worth it or what? But of course, as soon as that drop happened, dude, it happened quick, right? You got to go over on the VRE. You got to go over on the VRE. So if I get into that trade, if I front run that a little bit, just because of what I saw with that hidden bear. Now, number one, if it goes to the top side, I'm out of that trade when that thing busts through the 1 SD. Okay? I'm not even sitting in it. I don't care if it was a fake out going to the bottom of the weekly range and then it dumped. It's not worth it. Because when you see all those AVRs flashing, it could have done that to the upside. And you're just like going, oh shit. This is why you limit your loss. If you're going to front run a trade because of what you're seeing on the indicators, and it worked out perfectly. So where are you going to take where would I have taken my profit, right? I would have probably taken profit at the center of the daily range, to be honest. As soon as that started popping. Now, that happened fast as hell. So maybe you can't even get in a trade there, right? But if you remember watching this 15-minute candle, it was jerky. It's not like it shot down here all in the same freaking boom, just real fast like that. So if you can't get in there and you see that happening, maybe you drop down to the bottom of the daily range or the bottom of the 68.3. Get a limit order in wherever you can get it in. And if it doesn't make it down to you and you see that pullback happening real hard, mark it out of the trade, right? That's when you mark it out of a trade, right? I never mark it into a trade ever. But marketing out, sometimes you have to do it because when you get a 15-minute candle like this, holy shit, like you even said in the chat, man, that thing's hard. That thing's hard. A lot of people, what are they doing? Trading other ways besides volatility. A lot of people try to catch that falling knife and get in a trade. That happened quick. If you're trying to catch a falling knife like that, good luck, man. Because look, at one point, this pulled back on this 15-minute candle all the way to the top side of the 68.3, if I'm remembering correctly. It's a hell of a freaking pullback real fast, right? So when you see all those AVRs flashing like that, look at the other indicators, make a trade. But at the same time, if it goes against you, just get the hell out of it. Because those things are flashing, man. Whatever's about to happen, and you called it. You called it big time. You knew there was a big move coming. Hell yeah, it was a big move. I mean, that thing from just that candle, what was that, 61, a little over 61 to 57 to 4, $2,600, right? But then look what happened, right? Whammo! Look where it rejected from. Center of the weekly range. Center of the weekly range, right? Powerful, man. Powerful indicator right here, right? And yeah, here in the future, like I've said the last couple of days, we're working on something really big, you guys. Really big. So be prepared, and it could, this Discord could blow up. This Discord could blow up. So could the YouTube channel. So let's see here. There's my analysis for the next 11 hours. Screenshot it. Now, obviously, I'm being funny, right? But there's going to be a battle. There's going to be a battle when there's 90% of the trading going on, right? It's all the HTF or the HFT firms. Jesus, it's their algorithms trading all this. This is what's moving the market, and they're going to be battling for this options expiry. 100%, man. Right? These bears want this thing to expire under 55. The bulls are cool above 58, but if they can close it above 60, there's a lot of profit to be made on both sides. I mean, you're talking hundreds of millions of dollars. It's definitely, there's more favor with the bulls, but these bears are not going to go down fighting. But here's what happens when these things go to expire. Like, if either one of those sides, right, gets scared, that they're going to buy or sell the futures to protect themselves, right? So that can create just a real heavy move to the upside or the downside. You know, somebody in the chat was just like, he's waiting for the options to expire so he can put in a long. I'm like, you better be careful, Jack. Don't just say, oh, I'm going to put a long in as soon because the options are expiring. What if it dumps? Right? I mean, we don't know what the hell's going on with this market. You cannot predict what's going on with this market. It's all random until the entropy indicator shows you its trend. This could go either direction now. It really could. This could go either direction. 100%. 1 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Right? About 11 hours from now, they expire. So until then, expect this. Expect this, right? Overnight, at least if you're in America, bulls pushed it back up. And what all that's doing is creating liquidity for the bears to hammer it to the downside. What did this move to the top side do? It just gave more liquidity for the bears to run this thing right back down. So let's see how this progresses up until the daily close. But I'm telling you right now, especially once we get this daily close, there's going to be some fireworks, man. There's going to be some fireworks. Let me look at something real quick. Oh, yeah. That 4-hour candle, that sell, the sell on this 4-hour candle, holy crap. There was some velocity and acceleration behind that bad boy. 100%. And this move right here in this 4-hour candle, there was a lot of velocity and acceleration to the upside. Now I'll show you what I'm talking about. Let me switch this screen up. Yes, I want to change windows. Silly Discord. Yeah, let's go live. All right. So for over here. Look at this right here. Look at that. Right? That's velocity and acceleration. That was on the previous 4-hour candle when we got that big dump. Right? Here was the 4-hour candle where it ran up to the upside. Velocity and acceleration, man. Just moved. Whammo, buddy. Whammo. Now look right here in the last two 4-hour candles. Right? The thing with this new 4-hour candle, because they ran it right back up to the upside. See the sell pressure? There's a lot. There's a lot more sell pressure than the buy pressure. Look at the velocity and acceleration. Right? It's not to the upside. And look at the smaller buy pressure candle on this 4-hour. It is to the upside. So even though there's more sell pressure, the velocity and acceleration is for the buy pressure. That's how you read this. Sure, everybody's like, I want that indicator. I want that indicator. Yeah, man. This kind of net has never been published at all. This was kind of like a gift from somebody way back in the day, literally about 3 years ago, that I met when I was over in Crown's Crypto Cave. Right. Where there's not many people that get the markets, right? I mean, in my opinion, and I've always said that, he's one of them. You know, do we trade the same way, me and Crown? No. But we've been friends for 4 years now. I mean, literally 2017 or something, when a lot of us in this Discord were over in the crypto cave, right? Having a good old time. But, you know, I can be friends with somebody just because we don't trade the same way. But I know people that get it, right? I can tell that people know what they're talking about, right? Especially, he doesn't do like traditional support and resistances, right? Everybody knows how he does a support and resistance, and he gives that leeway, right? Because he understands volatility. He understands volatility's creating these candles, and he knows what these wicks mean. Anybody that's ever studied the stuff understands that, you know. So yeah, just a shout out to him. But anyway, this is gonna get spicy, guys and gals, wolves and she-wolves. Holy crap, it's gonna get spicy. So let's look at the probabilities. Let me get back on the other screen. Yes, I want to change the windows. I see Yasha has dropped into the chat. Nighttime for him. But yeah, it's going to be great, right? It'll be, what time? 1? Yeah, it'll be like after probably kids go to school and stuff. Yasha's going to be primed and ready to go for the options expiry, right? It's going to be 1 o'clock in the morning for me, but I am staying up. There's going to be juicy trades, just like I just got done talking about. Look where the price action is right now. So yesterday, we dropped below, right? I was talking about this for at least a week, how our projection boss, Laplace distribution, that's what this is projecting, not normal distribution. We use probably 80% of the time, I'm using Laplace distribution for cryptocurrency because it will contain the volatility of cryptocurrency, where I'm about to show you an example too. I'm going to pop over on this Dogecoin chart and show you some just madness and how people don't, when you don't understand about the distribution, you just aren't going to get it. Because these areas, the algos will run right to them and turn around literally on the dollar. And so people that, you know, don't want to believe that these algos are programmed with volatility, probability, and statistics, I'm not even going to try to change your mind, right? It's like, because we need people on the other side of our trades. For sure. There's somebody in another Discord right now crying because Sheeb's dumping. When I was over in the Discord posting charts saying Sheeb's going to dump. You know, and he put the little shaking hands emoji like, I guess I should have listened to you. It's just a no-brainer when you understand the distribution. Look. So today, right? First, we opened up, right? We opened up down here. It dropped a little bit. Then it ran it up to the top side. Where did it go to? Where did it go to first, right? The first, right here, first standard deviation, normal distribution, and whoop, the bottom side, this red dotted line, yellow dotted line, red dotted line. That is this weekly's price action volatility range. The bottom side was right at the 1SD. That's where price action rejected the first time. Say, Ron, another good sign when you were down there, when I showed you that 5-minute chart, how all those 5-minute candles were underneath, banging up against the reverse wave trend, right? And if you don't know what setting that is, DM me, I'll tell you. That was another sign, man, that expansion was going to happen to the downside, all right? Because of this rejection right here. And then look where they run it up, right? Right to the center. We just rejected from there. Where'd we come down to? That's the R1 of the daily volatility range, right? And on this 4-hour candle, first standard deviation, normal distribution. That's where that wick actually went to the dollar. Ding, bang, bong. So we go back on to our probability chart, and now look where price action is at, right? It's getting stifled underneath these. This is the 95.4% Laplace distribution range from the 28K low. This is the 95.4 Laplace distribution range of the 41K low. They're right on top of each other right now. I mean, especially today, Yesterday, they were super, super close. Today, they're right on top of each other. And that's where price action, when it ran up on this latest move up there to, I just showed you, to the center of the weekly volatility range, it pulled back and now it's right underneath it. So am I still sticking to my guns, right? Am I still looking for this first standard deviation down here on the weekly chart? I am. I'm still looking for that area to hit. I just really am. There's a lot of things in the charts. It's still telling me this thing's going to go down there. That's why I was telling guy in the chat, he wants to like put in a long just because the options are expiring. Be careful, man. Be careful. So you're going to long the top, thing going to drop 5K on you, and you're going to freaking be at work shitting your pants. Yeah, nobody needs that. That's why we trade volatility on the low time frames. There's no reason, all right? When you can get such great moves by just watching the low time frame charts and jumping on the algos. When the algos start to make the move, join them, right? Jump in the shark tank, put on your great white shark freaking suit underneath your wolf clothing, jump in there and start gobbling up some little minnows, right? That's all you got to do. Yeah, I'm looking at that right now. Price action is below these 95.4 Laplace. So that's still telling me, you know, that's what I'm looking for. What else is happening, right? Got a higher high on the return candles, right? Lower high, price action, right? What is that? It's hidden bear. Hidden pair. Let's go over here. Boop. Sounds like maybe I should have traded all this today, huh? It's all good. Can't trade every day. Let's take a look at this daily. Let's see what's cooking on our returns oscillator. Let's look at the Wolfsbane, get an idea what's happening. Right, variance going totally sideways right here since yesterday, right? Negatively correlated. When you know volatility, you know that means price action is going to walk up, right? But let's find out. Let's look at these AVRs because, I mean, this is just a big ass. I mean, you know, you got wicks to both sides, right? You got a bull wick and a bear wick. So low length AVR expanding, negatively correlated. 981 negatively correlated, expanding, right? These are both saying price action's coming down. Then you got the high length expanding, positively correlated. That's the only damn thing here earlier that kept that price from going to 55 already. Now when we get a new daily close, I want to see how these change again. Look at the EPP has been steadily dropping, steadily dropping, steadily dropping as price action's random. This is trend, and you can see the difference. And it's color coordinated, right? The candles, they're going to look just like the entropy. That's why I put a post in another Discord explaining this indicator, and nobody even answers. If I was a trader and I saw the post I posted, I'd want to know more. 100%. Holy shit, man. That's a cool indicator. Yeah, it is. Our coated wolves are powerful. Powerful wolves. So this power mean is rising up. It's about 56.1. Bottom one's about 52.5. These are both areas, right? Those are very similar to the weekly first standard deviation to the downside and the weekly 95.4 Laplace distribution to the downside. Very, very close. Within $1,000. Each one of them are. So that's pretty interesting. Pretty interesting indeed. Reverse wave trend on the daily. 54,000 and $25. Right? Bull dip on the returns. Right? Lower low. Boom, boom. So we get a pop here. We get a nice pop here. But what's it building now? Hidden bear. Right? Hidden bear. And this is what volatility does. Volatility is what creates the imbalance in buy and sell pressure. And the imbalance in buy and sell pressure creates divergences. Some are trend changing, some are continuation. And once you learn all that and you learn how to read it, it makes your life a lot easier. That's why the people on YouTube that you always hear them talking about div, you know who I'm talking about. And I've never, and it's just like, dude, you got to pay attention to divergence, right? And then if you follow the 3 simple rules, don't be emotionally attached to your trade, take your freaking profit, and limit your loss, you're going to be shocked. These people are still sitting in these Shiba freaking trades. What the hell, man? Right? What the hell? Let me show you something real quick here, too. Same thing with Doge. So, yesterday, remember I talked about Shiba, and I was like, you should have taken your profit right there. Look at that deviation level. Remember, it hit the 99.7% Laplace distribution range on the daily candle. You take your profit there. No questions asked. What a good day of trading. But these guys just getting these trades going, I'm going to make millions. It's like, yeah, you can make millions. Take your profit, though. Get another entry when it drops back down. Let's pop on Doge. This is mind-bending right here. Me and MJ were laughing our ass off at this stuff. Okay. Here's where Doge opened up the new day. Here's Doge's. What was it? Super tight daily volatility range. Look at it, right? Real tight. Dogecoin takes off. First, it almost makes a move down to the first standard deviation, normal distribution to the downside, pulls back up into the 68.3 Laplace distribution range, makes one more down move by that 4-hour candle, first standard deviation, then starts its ascent through first standard deviation, second standard deviation, third standard deviation, fourth standard deviation. Whoops, nope, that is, hold on. Let me rephrase that. Is that the cross right there? That was the first. Excuse me. First standard deviation, second standard deviation, third standard deviation, fourth standard deviation, fifth standard deviation. And this wick, where did the wick hit? The wick hit the 0.9999 Laplace distribution range on the coin flips. Take your profit right there. Did it pull back hard? Yeah. Where did it pull back to? Right at the third standard deviation. And during this day, there is a 99.7% chance this price action closes inside that range. 95.4% chance it closes down inside that range in the second standard deviation. But you can see we made a rip up above the fifth standard deviation, made another rip up above the fifth standard deviation, pulled back twice right to the top side of the third standard deviation, makes another run at the fifth, pull back to the 99.7% Laplace distribution range. Rockets up, my God, again, past the fifth standard deviation, bounces at the 99.7 Laplace. Now, I mean, it just went back down below, right to the almost the third standard deviation again. Now it's like trying to go to the upside again. But why not take your profit? Why not just take your profit and wait for the thing to shake out? Because people don't understand price action volatility ranges. People don't understand the distribution levels because they won't put in the time to learn it. But we all know, right? We all know there's going to be a new daily volatility range. Where do you think it's going to be? Look where the volatility, look where it's pulling these wicks back to. This is how you really gauge this, right? You can already tell where it's about to be at because that's why this has been pulling back to this area so many times. There's a shitload of volatility right here, and there's going to be a high probability the center of the new daily volatility range, maybe the bottom side, because it might span up into here a little bit. It's all going to be in this area right here. So you want to follow this till the end of the day. If you already took your profit there, hell, man, you made some good damn profit. So now you're waiting till the daily close. You want to see where the daily volatility range is. And if it's going to continue to move to the upside, you're looking for the bounce off the daily volatility range, then you get another entry. And then you do the same thing again. You want to see how powerful the volatility move is. You want to see what standard deviations of things crawling through. This only happens in cryptocurrency, guys, right? This only happens in crypto. I mean, sometimes Tesla makes these kinds of silly ass moves, but this is the kind of stuff that you are going to see in cryptocurrency. It's just crazy. That's why we use Laplace distribution. Hell, it blew through the 99.7. But most of this up here, that's the 99.99% Laplace distribution range on the coin flips. All right, let me go back to BTC. Just wanted to show that. And I would show the SHIB again, but I did yesterday. So it's all good. But that's why, on Bitcoin moves up, goes up right to the first standard deviation and the bottom of the weekly volatility range. Then you're looking on the low time frames. You see the volatilities flashing on the 15-minute and the 5-minute right about here. And then you just have to just go over your charts with a fine-tooth comb. Get some bias. Use this chart. Get some bias. Did we just reject off a pretty important area? Yeah, we did. Is there hidden bear div? Right? Was there hidden bear div on that low time frame? Yep, there was. Add that all in, it's worth a shot. And like I said, if it goes the other way, just get the hell out of the trade. That's all you got to do. No big deal. I'm out of the trade. I barely lost anything. But look at what you whoop, ding 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 ding. Right? Now this pullback and this move to the top side, I already looked at the indicators. Once you get a violent move like that, it'll throw a monkey wrench sometimes into the indicators and they will be a little confusing. You got to let those things cool down a little bit. And I looked and I was just like, yeah, that really wasn't telling me. Now maybe if you drop down, I was looking on the 15 now, right? I was looking on the 15. Here, I'll show you. After you get this big spike in variance, right? Now you're coming down. You're coming down positively correlated, right? Now, usually that's going to tell you price action is going to be walking down still. Hell, the thing just charged up. You don't get a turn up positively correlated until that candle closed right there. And look, I mean, hell, that is already 7.4. Fucking $2,800 of price action. So that's why, I mean, it's hard. Now, could you have got in on this candle? You have an outlier positively correlated. Sure could have. And then where do you get out? Look at the variance turned down right at the top. Now it's positively correlated coming to the downside, right? And it starts walking down. Now it goes negatively correlated coming down. That's why you got a bullwhick here. That's what kept this thing from really shaking down hard, was because the variance was negatively correlating, telling you price is going to walk up. So they tried to push it down, but because of that variance being negatively correlated, contracting, it sucked back up right there. Right? And then it finished out this little bit of a down move, got back down below the 15-minute wave trend on the variance turning back up, negatively correlated. Now it's contracting negatively correlated, walking this 15-minute candle back up. No div. No bull div of any type, right? Higher lows on both. Z-score too. Yeah, I mean, holy crap. What time was that my time? Yeah, I mean, it's 1 o'clock in the morning. I was already in bed for a few hours. But look at the entropy indicator right here. Look at all the AVRs expanding, positively correlating, getting you into that move. And that was what, $2,500? Powerful, man. Powerful. 67.5. Let's see here. Let's look at the 90-minute chart real quick on Bitcoin. Look at that 90-minute candle. Weehaw! Yeehaw. Yeah, I mean, 90 minutes been slowly going up back into randomness, right? I mean, this down move, that was some trend, little trend through here, but this is all random. All this madness right here, which makes sense, right? Just random, but that's on the 90-minute. You drop to the 15-minute. That was trend heavy on the 15. Woo! That's That's why it's good to move up and down through these time frames. There's a 12-hour. Yeah. I mean, look at this 12-hour variance. It's been contracting, positively correlated, telling you price action is going to walk down, right? So to get, let me see here, to get this big 12-hour candle right here to the top side and that, yeah, you got it. Then you go over here on the AVRs. You're contracting, negatively correlated. You're, yeah, what is that? Let me blow this up real quick. Yeah, contracting, positively correlated, saying walk down. And you're contracting, positively correlated here too. So you got two saying walk down, one saying walk up. What kind of candle do we got? This big freaking stinky ass doji here on the 12-hour. Holy crap, man. Monster candle. That's what I'm saying. The volatility is creating the candles. So for everybody out there trading candle patterns, good luck. Why don't you go to the source? Why don't you trade the volatility? Trade the volatility. The 12-hour entropy, this entropy is totally random. It is growing though, right? It's growing, telling you that the correlation's increasing. And we do got a dark green candle on this 12-hour candle, right? At the same time, it's yellow. So, yeah. That's why you just got this big doji. It's going to be interesting, though, the next couple hours to see how this thing plays out. It's crazy right now. Then we go to these high time frames. I mean, still building, like, right? I've talked about this for days. There's a lot of hidden bull div. A lot of hidden bull div, and the variance is actually coming down on the 2-day. Coming down, or contracting with a negative correlation. Same price is going to walk up. And then look at the AVRs. Actually, you got the 2-day now, right? A little bit of contraction, positively correlated. Flat volatility, positively correlated. Both telling you price is going to walk down. And then you're literally expanding on the high length. You're expanding on the high length, negatively correlated. All three of these on the 2-day saying down. So, I mean, this is the reason why there's a lot of fuckery going on, right? Because of this options expiry. But I'm sticking to my guns. We're probably going to see a lower number. What is that lower number? That's what I said in the chat yesterday. I was like, me personally, my bias is I believe this thing's probably going to go down around 55K. And then it's a volatility trader's job that understands distribution to find out where these algos going to be at. Where are these algos going to be at? Right? Because right now, it's all about the options expiry and the battle going on. But if this thing starts to creep to the downside and gets down onto the weekly levels, that's why I'm looking at this first standard deviation, man. Those algos could pounce right there and really start pushing it to the upside. But, I mean, dude, it's almost $6,000 below where we're at right now. So people just wanting to go blindly into longs because the trend on the macro is bullish as hell, right? And Bitcoin's going to move to the upside. There can be massive swings in price action. And especially if you're using leverage, you're just dying to liquidate yourself, which there's no reason for that. Patience pays off in the end. 100%. Patience will pay off. Let me go to the stream chat. Because I see. Nice. Hey. Yeah. Wasn't that right, MJ? 254 on that Fisher. Oh, you test, Donnie. I like you already. I know what you're doing. You're trying to cook something into the dictator, maybe? Or you're working that reverse Fisher, I hope. Because we're missing that, right? No, it was. Good memory, man. It was 254. It was 254. And too bad the goofball that spent lots of hours figuring out these reverse wave trend and reverse Fisher numbers is just a total whack job and backed the wrong team. And now, I don't know, he's probably digging ditches somewhere. Who knows, man? Let's see. Yeah. You closed at that market. You made profit, just like you said. It's beautiful, man. Yeah, man. For Doge to pass that 99.7 on the Laplace distribution, that's a powerful ass move, and that's why I'm saying there's a 99.7% chance it closes inside there. 95.4% chance it closes inside the 95.4. So that's why I try to tell these people, man. It's just like, take your profit. Jesus, man. Jeez. Because, right, we never know what's going to happen in this damn market. It's pretty damn crazy. We all know that. So why not take your profit? We've seen some crazy shit happen in Bitcoin, right? And I don't know if you guys have noticed, there hasn't been that big nasty capitulation wick, right? We have not had that yet. Be patient, because you're probably going to get it before this next move to the top side, all right? Hell, it could go to 51, right? That's why I was looking over here on the weekly. I'm looking at this 95.4 on the Laplace distribution. It's at 51, like 51,200. These are my two areas of interest if this thing does make a move down, right? If it does make a move down, that's going to hammer out a lot of overleveraged people. I mean, just on Bitfinex alone, I mean, for God's sakes, there's still 30,300 Bitcoin long. There's only 494 shorted. It's pretty big imbalance, man. Pretty big imbalance. But I could see like a big hammer wick to the downside. That would just be lovely. Lovely. Because I'll be down there waiting with my algo friends. Waiting. Bring it. All right, let's take a peek at the 4 hour. No, I mean, any spot I'm holding it's in my ledger. It's not like I'm actively like on an exchange with a shit ton of money. I don't ever do that. Well, just trading account. But yeah, no. I don't worry about that too much because I'm pretty much anything I'm holding spot long term. That's what I'm doing. I'm just holding it long term. I know here at some point Bitcoin's just going to be ridiculously high. But then I'm trying to jump on some of these gaming tokens and stuff, right? I want to make some of those profits, 100%. Chaz, is there anything somebody wants me to look at? Pop it in the chat there, in the stream chat. And I will pull up that asset. I don't care what it is, right? It can be Forex pair. If you like to watch the grass grow. It could be gold and silver. If you like to watch the grass grow even slower. Or it could be the traditional markets where today, I mean, and this is what I was talking about forever. And there's people that actually, people think they know what they're talking about and they're damn near wrong every time, right? And I'm just like, there's no way this market's going to dump. Not only is it not going to dump, SPY is going to push into all-time highs again. It's like, no, I doubt it seriously. Tesla, Jesus, really? Hello. Who got into Tesla real low? Good place to take your profits. Because that is one market. You know, they try to call crypto a bubble. Yeah, you can check out Engine. The stock market's the bubble. Crypto's not a bubble. All right, let's go. Yeah, just Binance Tether. And actually, let me go see what's happening over here. On yeah. Yep, same thing here. Well, right now I'm making a 2 SD move. Here was the new daily volatility range, right? So I'm sure, people that were in it, they're getting, okay, here we go. We're taking off. We're taking off. And this is what kind of happens with retail traders, right? They'll start getting into a position, like say on Engine Coin. They don't take their profit right there, right? Or up here at the 1SD. You don't take your profit. Thing pulls back, right? Back inside the 68.3 Laplace distribution range. Then bounces right back up to the 1SD, right? And I'm sure on the lower time frame charts, you could have had both. You could have had all these moves. Then it rockets down to test the daily volatility range, right underneath the bottom of the 68.3, and even retest the center. Then it starts to take off. But right here, let's see, where is this weekly? Dun, dun, dun. Is it below? Yeah. Where are you? There it is. Holy shit. Okay, well, first off, this is the weekly volatility range for Engine, and it is tight as hell. So, yeah. Where's this thing been coming from? That's why you're seeing all this crazy volatility in Engine, right? You got that real tight weekly volatility range, so this thing's all over the place. But right now, we get this next move up to the second standard deviation, normal distribution. So if you're freaking in this trade, to be honest, I'm probably taking profit to 1SD again. But then you get a pullback, right? You get a pullback immediately to, this is probably the 1, 2. That is the R2 of the weekly. So maybe you get back in, front running that a little bit, and then you take profit at the 2SD, bounces right back down again to the weekly R2, bounces right back up to the second standard deviation. So that's what's going on in VRE. But now let's look at high time frames. Let's see what's happening here. We're having an outlier on the daily to the top side. That's for damn sure. Historical volatility is starting to expand, and it's positively correlated. I mean, the Wolfsbane looks pretty healthy, but at the same time, variance is getting pretty high. We're building some bear div on the log return Z-score. No div on the returns oscillator, though. That thing's pretty damn healthy. I mean, way back here, but hell, a lot of that is played out a few times. But, could just be another stab. Here's one thing now, right? Entropy is trending, and you're getting a massive, nice, bright green candle right here. So this could be starting to be a nice trend to the upside for Engine. What's a 2-day look like? 2-day is having an outlier, but baby is turning negatively correlated. There's a little concern there. You got all the volatility on the 2-day flashing. Right? You've got the mid-length negatively correlated, low-length positively correlated. You've got flat. You've got a little bit of expansion negatively correlated. So you've got 2 saying down. Or wait a minute. No, you got 2 saying up, 1 saying down. That's one of the biggest reasons you got this nice doji here. But this push to the upside is definitely because of the contraction on the 981 and the expansion on the 636. But I wouldn't be a bit surprised because of the high length saying down that this thing pulls back a little bit by the end of the day. So then you go over here and you're like, you're only at the second standard deviation. By the end of this day, there's a 95.4% chance this price action is going to close below that level. There's a 68.3% chance it closes below that level, all right? But if we're talking Laplace distribution, there's a 68.3% chance it closes in here. High time frames, though, look good, man. High time frames look good. 3-day, having an outlier. And everything's moving to the upside. Now we are getting some hidden or some bear div. some bear div building on the returns oscillator. That's it, just the returns oscillator. But when I see that kind of stuff, and then I see that it's that it's very correlated, that's what the R squared's telling you, that the read on the returns is highly correlated to price action. Which, yeah, oh good, yeah, and we're moving to the upside, but at the same time, you got to take into account it is building that bear div between returns and price action. So then we can go over here, throw this on engine. Let's see here. Now I want to go to the daily. Actually, I mean, you look how there was bear dip building right here on those previous 3 days, right? But now this daily candle, boop, but then you go back a little farther, lower high on the returns oscillator, right? We canceled out that div, but this is still in play. There is still some bear div in play, and that's actually a good place to start this. So on this distribution from that level, let's see. Yeah, because everything, right? That was Bitcoin's 28K low. That was Bitcoin's 41K low. So this is all lining up pretty good. I mean, you are above the 95.4 right now. Like I said, on this projection, there's a 95.4% chance this price action pulls back in here. But when you get good, strong moves and it starts basing up here, that's a good sign. Because on the far back projection, hell, the 95.4 right here in the next couple days is right up there at the 99.7 of this shorter projection. So that'll be an interesting one to see how this plays out. Yeah. Let's see here. Let's check on. That's on the 4 hour though. There's literally no sell pressure at all on the engine on the 4 hour. Now that I look at this, shit, man. It looks pretty good. There's literally no sell pressure on the daily. None. But all the buy pressure, there's no velocity acceleration at all. Not the 2 day. Yeah, these high time frames look pretty good. But coming from a volatility trader standpoint, I'm taking my profits. I'm not sitting in anything long term, right? I'm in some gaming tokens long term, right? Because once everything settles down a little bit, man, those things are just going to go berserk. And I'm in some NFTs. So, yeah, I mean, if that is your coin of choice, I mean, it looks good. But everything's going to move with Bitcoin. So, right, if Bitcoin's going to head to 100,000 plus or something, it's going to drag everything up. Everything's going to fly. And, you know, most of the time, you're going to get better gains with some altcoins. There's no doubt about it. Damn, ETH was pumping. Where are you? Shit. It's up 8.5%. Twice Bitcoin. What's ETH at? 42.57. This is sticking out. What time is it? 2:53. Jesus. You know what? Let's take it. Let's have some fun at okay, where are we going to start this projection? Dun, 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 dun. Right, let's see, 1, 6, back this up, 6. Yeah. No, that wasn't actually enough. 2 more. I guess 3, 2. There we go. That's where I want to go. So yeah, I tried to bust up the top side of the 95.4 here, Tesla, right? Look at this pullback right here. Right? So it came down, tested the mean perfectly, rocketed from the mean. And this thing is on a mission, apparently. And hell, this thing's on the way to the 99.7 on this projection right here. But we could also move in a little closer. Good spot here. Yeah. Like that right there. Is that 25? Yeah. Oh, what the hell? Oh, it's because of the freaking. Let me see here. Come on, baby. Just forget to take these weekends into effect. There we go. Okay. It's right at the 99.7. Kind of getting pulled back from there. So we'll see what happens with Tesla. What's this mean? 757. Just like anything, take your profit, man. Take your profit. Interest. Yep, you're welcome. Go back to. Actually, let me reload. Load. So yeah. Oh, Bitcoin. This. I thought I saved that damn chart. Silly. I'm gonna take one more peek at Bitcoin. Gotta get on the right spot though. And ammo. Yeah, this thing's just like, it's just right under that 95.4. I mean, this is a powerful area right here, these projections. Those are two good lows right here to project these from, in my opinion, as well. Big time. So that's going to be interesting. What's happening here? Yeah, and you can see the bull div between returns and price action, right? So we're getting this nice daily candle. But like I showed before this thing pulled back. So see right now, there's just a little bit of weak bull. If this closes, I just have the strangest feeling that this thing is not going to close above this area today. Go back over to Bitcoin. Yeah, it's probably going to stay inside the first 100 dB, which will keep it below that area. This is going to be, I'm going to be all over these charts here at close. Everybody needs to pay attention, right? Back over to Bitcoin here. So I guess most of these time frames it's all random. All random. I like this test right here, though. I'd like to see this get tested. And that would put it right just a little bit below the top power mean. If it tests this reverse wave trend, which would make sense. Especially, like I said, we're building that hidden bear on the returns oscillator. And we do got a little bit of a blue histogram. And if this volatility contracts heading into positive correlation, like it is right now, it's a good indicator here. This is our newest, right? We haven't even divvied this baby out yet, but it is powerful. I mean, it's just like any of our other volatility indicators. You just need to learn how to read it, right? You get this big jack here, you get this big expansion in historical volatility, and it's negatively correlated. The price just dunks. Same here, expansion, historical volatility, negatively correlated, right? Hell, the correlation broke right there, right on that daily candle. Then over here, you get a contraction in volatility, negatively correlated, and the price walks up. Expansion here, positively correlated, get a nice big daily candle. Yeah, this is another thing. I mean, every day, you're seeing this DOP just progressively go down, right? And there was a bunch of bear div to the top there. These are all higher lows, higher highs on price action. We're getting this playback here. I just don't think it's over. There's a lot of things adding up. Thought I was going to get that 55 number earlier, right? But yeah, if these options weren't expiring, we might have got that and a lot more, because that was a powerful sell-off. I was really surprised. Usually when you get a 15-minute candle like this, you're going to have continuation. I was surprised. I was surprised that there wasn't any more continuation, but that's just because these options expiring. They're fighting. There was a bot battle going on. Sure, the bulls were shitting their face right here. Oh no, we can't have that down there. We need it, especially 58. But they wanted above 60, right? Really start making some money. Let me see something here. Yep, it's about time to wrap this up. Just gotta check something. Yes, MJ. I like that. Just read the private chat. That's beautiful. I'd like to see that too. I'm on board, Donnie. I'm on board with ED. Give it kind of that guppy look, right? Right, MJ? Have some nice colored bands, but with shit that actually means something. So yeah, guys, I'm still looking for a little downside on Bitcoin, but right, market's random. This thing can do whatever it wants, but just by looking at the volatility, probability, and statistics charts and knowing options are expiring in about 10 hours from now, that this thing is definitely being pushed to the top side. Macro, I am the biggest bull. I got big ass horns, right? My horns are big bull horns. But I play the volatility, and right now the charts are telling me we're going down to test that level. You can't continue to move. There's going to be a shitload of liquidity down there to grab up for a big move, because the next move up towards like 80, 75, 80K, it's going to take some juice. I just don't think it's there. Got to get it. Got to go down and grab it. So yeah, if you're watching on YouTube for the first time, we are alpha trading. We trade volatility, probability, and statistics, and the link to our Discord's in the description of the video. Come check us out. Follow the welcome message. It will lead you to the Yellow Brick Road, the land of Oz, and I am the man behind the curtain. My name's Bilbo. Thanks, guys, for watching live in the Discord. Appreciate you as usual. And wherever you live at on this big, beautiful crypto blue marble, have a wonderful rest of your morning, afternoon, or evening. I'll see you tomorrow, I believe. I'll see you tomorrow, 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. See you guys.